Welcome, everyone, to College Park, Maryland, home of the Maryland Terrapins. Fans have been eager for this clash coming up in what some affectionately refer to as the Snake Pit. A couple of teams trying to stake their claim to being among the best in the country in this top 25 showdown we have in store. As we'll see the number 18 team in the country, the NC State Wolfpack, taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the Maryland Terrapins. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Terrapins will put total leather to crank us up. Going for the return. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a man. It's Bailey. Fires to the big fella. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. From the gun, the running back looking for room.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. Coming after him. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. The defense coming up big there. And the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and that's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
The Wolfpack will line up to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Gets the first one of the day off and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. First down here for the offense. Trying to get the edge on the toss. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. When you have a conference as deep and balanced as this Big 12 is, it's important to get off to a quick start in conference play.
Yeah, you're going to be challenged each and every week here in the Big 12 Conference. Since they've expanded, the quality of this conference has gotten so much better. So, David, big challenge here to make sure mentally your mind...
And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Forward, you need to start thinking about hot routes to your tight ends and to your running backs because of this outside linebacker. He's a guy that has shown the knack to get after the QB. When he comes blitzing, you need to have an outlet throw in your back pocket.
Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at third down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
From the gun, to give, looking for room. Turns it on at midfield. Just gashing this defense, a big gainer to the 40-yard line.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
And the Terrapins are moving quickly down the field. Caught in the backfield. It's White. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
This offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
To throw, it's Edwards. Unleashes one deep. And it's incomplete as he was trying to make the play in the back corner of the end zone.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
They'll try again on second down after the incompletion. The give from the gun. They get him off his feet after a pickup of 5 down to the 25.
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed in the middle, it's Smith. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chain. See this DB up in his receiver's kitchen instead. Nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on third and short.
He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
And that's the advantage of being a big wide receiver because now you're a big target. And on these slant routes, you don't have to run the perfect route, but you can use your size and your physicality to get the job done almost every time.
He's got it and still on his feet. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Second down coming up. Back to throw, it's Edwards. Unleashes to the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be third down.
Oh, the offense just not able to come up with that. You knew that was going to be a bang-bang play, right? They're taking a shot into the end zone. That's going to have to be a contested catch on the back end, but he wasn't able to come up with it because of the hit.
Looking to the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
The Terrapins need to pick it up on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's incomplete, and the defense holds.
And sometimes the best defense is getting a little bit lucky. He was open. He had a chance to make a play. He just drops it through his hand. It was pretty good defense, but you take those breaks when you can.
Run it. It Smothers. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to stop.
And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and that can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on third and long. Grabbed over the middle. It's Rodgers. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on third down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is third down conversion percentage. If you're a great third down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill third down so much in practice.
He's looking to throw it. Gets rid of it. That's catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
Now that's what you try to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
They've got it at the 41, third and short, trying to keep the chains moving. They'll try to run for it. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
And this offense is clicking, everything's moving, and the guy carrying the football, I mean, he is carrying the rock. Like, this is a guy he's setting this tone for this game, creating some balance on this offense. This offense is going to be a handful.
Yeah, David, I'd love to sit here and say, well, the offensive coordinator is just one step ahead of his counterpart across the field. That's not it. Right now, his offensive line.
And he breaks into the open. Inside, running free, going to the end zone, but way back behind him, there's a flag on the field. The penalty wipes out the big play and the touchdown. It is just a punch in the gut for any offense. North Carolina State defining efficiency on this drive. Back to pass, it's Bailey. Snags it over the middle. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. I got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
Now they'll run the draw. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
Well, it just seems like everything is working for the offense on this drive. Another nice game, this time on the ground.
NC State with the 1st and 10 here. He's going to pass. He wants it all. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. Wrap up the first quarter, and this offense will carry momentum.